Topping your news first tonight, the Department of Education was expecting to receive $13 million in one-time funding as a result of savings from bond refinancing. However, they were wrong. PNC's Rizal Ramones has more in this report.
After the Guam Department of Education faced lawmakers for a public hearing yesterday, the result is still the same. DOE is in need of money. By how much? Well, $9.6 million at the least to pay the overdue expenses owed to their vendors.
So I introduced Bill 18333, and that will appropriate $500,000 to the Department of Education to specifically pay for their vendors. The Department of Education is behind by about $9 million in their vendor payments. And a lot of these vendors are providing services, could be air conditioning services, supplies, materials that are needed by our students. And so, you know, it's really important for us to be able to provide them whatever we can.
Education Committee Oversight Chair Senator Narissa Underwood tells PNC that out of the $9 million owed to vendors, $2.7 million is 90 days overdue. In fact, just about 2 weeks ago, it was lights out at the DOE central offices in Tizon because they were unable to pay for power. So what happened to the projected $13 million of savings that DOE was supposed to get?
What we were informed is that by GITA was that there will not be any savings realized for fiscal year 2016, and perhaps it won't be until 2017. So what we thought would be, you know, the savings would be there for 2016 really won't be there yet. So that was why, even though it's in law, it will not be available.
Senator Underwood says this is the result of over-projection of the Territorial Education Facilities Fund, or TEF, and because when the fiscal year 2016 budget was being developed, they were under the impression that savings were rolling in. Thankfully, she says, because of refinancing a couple of bonds.
What we do have for immediate savings for 2015 is 1.5 million. So that's the one that we're trying to tap right away.
That's what prompted her to introduce two bills. One is for DOE to receive $500,000, the other is to appropriate $250,000 for the University of Guam. However, she says that's still going to take some time and convincing. Meanwhile, DOE is still waiting for the $9 million in reserve to be released by the Department of Administration.
As of yesterday, they still have not received $9 million, and yesterday, the 30th of September, was the last day of fiscal year 2015. And for the University of Guam, as of yesterday, they still have yet to receive $6 million. That's the danger about developing a budget that is based on projections, revenue projections that are not realistic. So what else can we do? We can hope and pray that we have at least $100 million coming in that can address.
Her suggestion?
Little by little, I think we just need to also ensure that we spend responsibly and within the limits. Because I was very familiar with the struggles. There were a lot of vendors who were coming in and calling me and complaining and asking me if I could intervene, but I really can't do anything if there isn't any cash that's available. So anyways, we do what we can.
Rizal Ramones, PNC News.
Last week, DOE Superintendent John Fernandez instructed schools and divisions to begin the FY17 budget process. DOE is encouraging students, parents, teachers, GDOE staff, and other stakeholders to give their input by completing an online survey. You can get the link on our website at pacificnewscenter.com.